key, because whenever Romney talks about businesses growing the economy, he speaks about them being able to keep more of what they make. When Barack Obama talks about small business and the economy, he talks about things like a tax credit, which tends to usually mean maybe one time, maybe we'll give it to you this time, maybe we won't the next. He understands that for people to make long-term hiring decisions, they need a stable regulatory environment. They need to believe that the government's actually on their team, which is what he's saying. The regulators should be trying to help small businesses form and everyone play by the rules. They shouldn't be trying to crush small businesses, which is what this administration's been doing a lot of the time under the guise of, keeping things fair.
So in answer to your question, is the message getting through about what Mitt Romney has to offer the voter? Buried in those snap polls last night that found that it looked like the public thought it was a draw, maybe a bit of an edge to President Obama, there was a question of which candidate has a clear plan for the future. Only 38% of the respondents said that Obama did. 61% said that he did not. Romney is tied 50-50. So it seems that at this point in time, voters don't think Obama has a clear vision.
Right.
Mitt Romney, 50-50. So if he can bump that up by a couple more percentage points, there will be more people who think he has a clear vision, and I think that's how he has to close the sale.
Well, just from a pure strategy standpoint, I don't know that Mitt Romney needs to lay out too much of his vision for the future, because the Democrats and the Obama campaign are going to win on rewriting that vision. They're going to win on making it look anti-99%. They're going to win on making it look like it's only going to benefit the wealthy, or like Mitt Romney has no idea what he's talking about. I think where Romney wins is just by hammering the record. It has actually not been done a lot in the past 4 years because the press has been so unwilling to talk about Obama's record. Doing what he did by ticking off all of the failures really ought to be enough. And I think those numbers that we see, where you see voters siding with Romney for the economy, but favoring Obama overall, I think that either pretends one of two things, obviously. They think the economy is really bad, and the economy is the #1 issue. So in the end, it's going to be Romney. Or they think the economy is really bad, but they like Obama so much, they're willing to overlook that.
It seems to be working right now. The devil you know versus the devil you don't is working.
Right.
But does Mitt Romney need Ian, my doorman? Does he need Ian? By the way, that's not a fancy thing in New York.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you are so 1% right now.
Oh, that does. I just realized that. It came out of my mouth.
My pilot.
I'm like, not fancy in New York. But listen, does he, in order to get Ian, in order to get over the hump of the tide race right now, does he need to give the answers to what his examples are, how he's going to fix it? I agree with you, Emily. Why? It's my favorite question. I can't pronounce it.
Why?
Why will his policies work?
But
why are they better than President Obama's? He hasn't given us that.
There's another element that candidates always have to also, be able to win, and that is trust of the voter. And that's why Mitt Romney being able to command on the issues, the economy, taxes, the deficit, budget, winning the voters' trust is a long way to making that sale. We saw that President Obama last night in the debate is trying to, depress the trust of Mitt Romney by saying you're a liar, that's not true, you said this, painting him as a flip-flopper, painting him as dishonest. I think that Mitt Romney has to overcome that hurdle. Again, that will help him make the sale with voters.
There's a lot of disingenuousness coming from Barack Obama last night, by the way, which I wasn't really remarked on very much. Apparently, he's very pro-gun. Apparently, he loves coal. Apparently, he loves oil. Apparently, he's a big proponent of the free market, which he said towards the end, which I think some people would have liked more specifics on. These were issues that I don't think anybody would tend to associate with Barack Obama over the past 4 years, but he was able to say them without anybody really saying, wait a second, when did you become a guy that's actually advocating for coal? The exchange they had on energy, by the way, Mitt Romney was right. He was correct on the numbers, actually. Barack Obama kept saying no.
The
fact that the drilling, yes. And I mean, the fact that when they talked about the pipeline that Barack Obama said, no, we're not going to do that. I mean, that was a big point that seemed to kind of get a little lost in the ether for some reason. That's important. Those were American jobs. If Barack Obama believed the stuff he was saying last night, he would not have gotten rid of Keystone.
But
no way.
did Barack Obama win a slight point by calling out Mitt Romney's flip-flop on coal? I thought that was, that was a point for Obama.
Compelling. But I have two questions for Obama. I kind of wish I could have been there in the audience and asked my question, because I don't think this has been answered. Although maybe you could answer it for me. My question is,
sure I can.
The reason, both these candidates have a plan. They keep telling me about their plan. So with Obama, is it that his plan is just in the works and we haven't seen its effectiveness because it just takes a little bit longer for us to observe it? Or is he actually going to pursue a new set of plans in his second term, and that's actually going to work, and that's going to make all the difference? So
his plan
which is
to be president.
That's a plan for offense that Mitt Romney has not yet adopted. By the way, Mr. President, your math doesn't add up. Your budget deficit reduction plan doesn't add up.
What deficit reduction? Barack Obama's not even serious about it.
What is your plan for the next 4 years? Is it different than what you've done for the past 4 years? And as you suggested, Emily, has it just not kicked in yet?
There was also, by the way, there was a one-way street of personal attacks last night, which is another thing that nobody's talking about today. I mean, Mitt Romney was getting, they were talking about his 401k, they're talking about his tax return. I mean, all these issues that were being put at Mitt Romney's feet. Mitt Romney didn't seem like he was going after Barack Obama the same way. Barack Obama was really going after Mitt Romney, the guy, specifically. That seemed to play well with certain people on the left.
But partly is because he can't. He's trying to get those folks who voted for Obama. Obama got 53% of the vote. He needs to get 4% of those people to flip. And those are people who like Obama but are disappointed by Obama.